Hey YouTube, it's Colin, and I just wanted to show you this modified Nerf Zeus Rival that I've been working on. So essentially it has a paintball hopper that feeds into the flywheels. First of all, I was just sick of having 12 rounds only, and I saw tutorials online where they had like this intricate system that was fed by a fan, and it was just really crazy. So I just thought, isn't there a more simpler way to do it? So essentially I took a paintball hopper, a 45 degree, I think 3/8 inch PVC fitting, and it just feeds into this location right here. This lever just pulls the ball into the flywheel. So everything is pretty much stock. It's a very simple system, and I haven't seen this done before, but maybe someone has done it. I haven't watched these videos for a few years. All of the internals have been rewired. I've seen other guns use 16 gauge wire, but at Home Depot they didn't have any 16 gauge wire, so I got some 14 gauge wire. And there's a LiPo 3S battery in here. So I'm just gonna demonstrate this for you. So put the balls in the hopper. YouTube, I just wanted to show you a quick project that I'm working on. So last year I bought this Nerf Rival Zeus, and essentially I took out all of the resistors and all the wiring and put in new wiring. So as you can see, it has a LiPo, it's a 3S battery, has new wiring. So I'm not going to show you how to do this. You can look it up online and just follow directions, but essentially it makes the gun a lot faster and a lot more fun to play with. It's probably like 10 times more powerful. So I'm just going to spool it up. So it's just a sense of how fast it spins compared to stock. And one of the limitations I found was that this clip only holds so many balls. So the way this thing works is when you pop this in, it pushes that, and the spring pushes all the balls into here. I have the battery disconnected. I want to show you how this mechanism works. So essentially when you press this, this is the on switch that completes the circuit that gets the motors running, and this is also a lock. So once you have this pressed in, you can pull the trigger all the way. Right here there's this lever that feeds the ball in, and then right now there's a flap that's down, and when you move that, there's actually a door that closes from the back to prevent the next ball from going in. So I'm just going to show you right here. That's essentially what it's doing. So it's feeding one ball at a time and stopping the next one. It'll accept one ball and push it into the flywheels, and when those are spinning, the ball just shoots out that way. I've seen some other videos where they have unlimited ammo with these rails or tubes coming all the way out, and they have a fan blowing it in, and I thought that's pretty complicated. Why can't you just use something that's gravity fed? So right here we have this different setup. Essentially the balls will be coming from the top and then going into that barrel or that compartment, and then pulling it in and shooting in that way. Originally I thought maybe I can have the balls coming in from the top, but there's nothing that prevents the next ball from coming down, and then this flap, when you push the ball in, it'll push the next ball backwards, and that wasn't going to work. Could have it coming from the side, but wanted to retain these clips, so I thought the best way was just to have it coming from the back at a 45 degree angle. Let me just take this apart and I'll show you what it looks like. I have this flywheel assembly off, and essentially I took this apart. I dremeled a bit of the plastic in order to get this PVC fitting to fit, and if you look in here, I have this glued. I used a hot glue gun to put this in place. If you see inside there, I used a Dremel to shave a bit of the inside of that just so it's a lot smoother to come in. This tube right here was actually for fish tanks. It was from an aquarium store, and I'm gonna cut this off somewhere and use a paintball hopper to feed it from the top, so it won't be that long because you're not going to carry all this in a battle. I just want to show you that essentially the ball comes in this way, and it's just going to roll into this compartment. This is going to feed it into the flywheels, and then that flap is going to stop the next one. So it's the same mechanism as this one, but this one is gravity fed. Another thing to note is that I use the Dremel to cut off a lot of this piece right there in order to get this to fit in place. I still need to remove these resistors and change out all this wiring so it looks like this one. I'll need to put the paintball hopper right here, so that way I can fit all these balls in a compartment to feed it in instead of having this. And I might also chop this off. Actually, I have 2 more guns that I need to mod, so once I figure this out and get it working, I'll have to do the same thing for those 2, and then I can have a 2-on-2 with some friends. Excuse the mess all over the table. This is the second gun that I'm modifying. So this is the 45-degree fitting that I trimmed off on both ends to make it more sloped. This is the flywheel housing, and I used the Dremel just to chip off or shave off some of the ends so I can fit this in. The reason I did this was so that this can fit more flush. And once this is in place, you can see that the ball will roll right in. I had some steel weights for rims lying around, so I added them onto the back and the bottom of the gun just to give it some weight. Alright guys, so I finally have the gun wired up. It has a LiPo battery and all of the wiring has been changed. I do not have my clear paintball hopper yet, so in the meantime I'm just using this clear tubing. Essentially the concept is the same, where the balls will be gravity fed, so I'll just demonstrate this for you right now. Here's a quick update on the internals. So my clear paintball hopper came, and originally it had these pieces that extended it about 1 inch, so I chopped that off in order to make it fit, and then I used some of that clear fish tank tubing. I butted it against this PVC, so right now I just have everything hot glue gunned, so it should be, once it dries, it should be in place. Let me show you guys how this works. Ball goes in, rolls down, and it feeds into this location right here. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the way this turned out. The only drawback I noticed was that sometimes if you're stationary and you're shooting, the balls don't get fed, so you have to shake it in order for the balls to go in. I don't see this as a big of a deal when you're actually playing, because you'll be running around all the time anyway, and the balls will be constantly fed down there. A famous person once said, if you shake it more than 3 times, then you're just playing with it. But aside from that, pretty satisfied with the way this turned out. I think the benefits far outweigh the cons, because like instead of having just 12 ammos, you can be constantly running around shooting people and then picking up balls and feeding them as you shoot, so you kind of have unlimited ammo. I'm curious to see what you guys think about this mod. If you guys have any suggestions or any comments, please put them in the comment section below, and if you decide to build something like this, yeah, send me a link and show me how you've built this. So thanks again guys for watching, and God bless.